There are four gradational agents: running water, wind, moving ice, and waves and currents. Remember, everything that has to do with running water we call the fluvial processes. Well, everything that has to do with wind we refer to as the Aeolian processes. Velocity makes wind an effective gradational agent, just like running water. Remember, I've told you so many times that the atmosphere is a very fluid body, just like water is. The difference here is that with running water, it was velocity and discharge, which was volume. Well, volume is not going to be an issue with the Aeolian processes because mostly, if you're at sea level or you're at 1,000 feet above sea level, whatever it is, wherever you are, no matter where you are on the planet, the density of the atmosphere is going to be very similar. So there's not going to be massive changes in volume if you are at the same altitude or elevation in the atmosphere. But velocity is going to be key. Think about it. If a tornado goes over the top of a house and the winds are 200 miles an hour, what happens to the house? That's correct. So whereas if I come up to it, I just woke up. I have a little bit of a headache, so sorry about that. If I go up to the house and I'm like, the big bad wolf and I blow on the house, I'm not going to be able to blow the house over. So velocity is key to making wind an effective gradational agent. Okay? And wind is most impactful in areas with very little moisture because water is going to hold soil particles and dirt particles together, add weight, cause them to be sticky, and make them more difficult to move. And in areas with very little vegetation because vegetation acts as a frictional agent with the atmosphere and slows it down. So, where is that? An area with very little moisture and very little vegetation? Answer is not D-E-S-S-E-R-T, that would be desert, but D-E-S-E-R-T, that would be desert. That's the place. And if you've been to the desert, you know this. The desert is windy all the time because there's not a lot of friction out there. Let's take a look at Aeolian degradation and erosion. Wind degrades and erodes the landscape in two ways. First of all, through something called deflation. Deflation happens when the wind picks particles up and moves them. And wind transports material, that's what deflation is, it's transportation, in three ways. Through suspension, saltation, and surface creep. Do you remember how water transported in three ways? That was solution, suspension, and bed load. Well, in this case, wind transports through deflation in three ways: in suspension, saltation, and surface creep. The other way that wind degrades and erodes the landscape is through abrasion, which is the scraping and grinding effect of the wind. So what's going to happen is it's like a sandblast effect where the sand is blowing along and it scrapes away at things.